Well, all right, then I'll give you the rest. Her heart is compassionate, and her spirit is, despite her youth, I think we read that one already, encourages, don't take things at face value and don't go by somebody else's words. Look instead into their actions, at what your experience has been, and allow for understanding as to how to proceed and arise from there. So once again, if we need the reminder, okay, once again, third chakra card was pulled for the numerology 3, numerology life number 3. Some folks say there's only 3 life paths, and then 3 life paths, and then there's like a repetitive thing, but I don't know enough about numerology. I just know eternity, eternity to eternity. What? Eternity, eternity to eternity. Magical, sacred harmony. Positive power, infinite connection. Positive and vertigo. Positive and vertigo. Positive and vertigo. Reflection. So that's what we know, right? That's all we know. So we know. That's all I know. We know that my camera guy sucks. Just kidding. Me. Anyways. I'm here working. If anybody wants me to. But they don't. So let's take on with our bad selves. No, just, right now it's just branding, right? Soon, somebody will come at the right time. No. Anyways, I came back on because I wanted to reiterate the fact that it is a life path. We are talking about 3. When we say 3, we mentioned about community and what the clubs meant and what the wands meant and all that stuff, but we didn't really talk about what the 3rd chakra implies and how that relates to all this red when the chakra itself is actually represented typically with a very light green. But I want you to think about the universe and how the universe sees color versus the way that we would see color. If this being, let's imagine, right? Let's use our imagination. We're talking about her, and she is youthful, passions and whatnot, desire. The thing about desire is that is the only true thing that is understood in this universe. The language of music, the language of math, and the language of desires, frequency, is the only actual magic. Meaning, you could pray for a bunch of shit, but if you actually don't want it, it actually doesn't come to you, type shit. But if you actually do desire it, and you actually do have desire for it, be that hate, be that love, it comes to you. And so we watch our desires, we temper our desires as well as we fuel our desires. And so the heart chakra representing itself as the magic of 3. Look what fell on the ground. No idea why this fell on the ground. And it's number 36, which equals 9, which is, a whole life path of 3 times 3. don't get me started. And this is the Arthra of Kali. I mean, the archer in itself, signifies what? The Sagittarian, but the archer in itself is a seeker, right? Always has a target in sights, is always on to the next target, will always be ready for the next target. There's just so much. You guys hate my nails, huh? I'm sewing cup. I'm not house trained, so there's just no. I don't like anyone. I don't know if anybody knows that. It's hard for me to justify giving a shit about what people think. My nails are not done. Oh no, how could you go on? What? I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, if you know, you know. If you don't know, I don't know either. But that did come out. And we did talk about reflections of color. And if one is not masculine, if one is not feminine, and that is the most extraordinary sort of balancing way. However, balance is found in that way. Balance. Anyways, from the dos, magically appears to trust. All right. So, anyways, so just kind of getting into why chakra why I pull cards on chakras and that kind of thing, because the color. And how the color frequency speaks to the universe, and how the color frequency speaks to our universe, and if and what. I guess I need to eat more green foods. Okay, more green food. I haven't been eating green food. I mean, what do I eat? Maybe a little bit of green food, but not really. Like, when's the last time I had a green apple or a green pear? I choose to eat the red pears. So anyways, Icky Girl back on task. Fulfillment of the heart's desire can be attained in ways and other than what the mind prescribes. Shodashi encourages us to stay open even if certain plans have failed to yield what we had hoped. This is an indication that the universe has other ways for us to fulfill our heart's yearnings that are far more likely to be beneficial and richer. The heart can perceive the deeper workings of the divine in all things, even in a challenging and difficulties. This is why the heart can trust, even when the mind recoils at what is taking place. The intellect tends to create stories about the situation not working out as expected. Such stories are often inaccurate, let alone helpful, if at all. Shodashi asks that we take care with such misinterpretations of our experiences. It says it. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care that I've been saying the same thing all week long. I'm sorry. I haven't read this that many times, have I? Anyways, the point being is, she reminds us that we trust our heart's wisdom rather than what it appears to be. We will find the courage and the faith to stay true to our extraordinary life path, so we can manifest extraordinary blessings. And just for the record, I don't have anything to do with any of that, as far as I'm concerned. That's 3, or that's 3, or that's 3. How about that one? That one's 3. Trace. Anyways, I like it. Since I'm German. If we have been overly valued for our appearances, okay, Shodashi often arises after the soul needs deep cleansing, particularly in parts that are hurt. Her presence indicates recovery and reclaiming of the dignity after experiencing being judged, betrayed, or criticized. If your innate being has been attacked in any way, if there has been a bullying and nastiness directed toward you, shodashi brings healing and renewal to rise above such mean-spirited and lay claim to the beauty and worth. If we have been overly valued for appearances, then we shall provide healing path to clear and the confusion and connect us to the absolute real value and beauty of our inner being. Her oracle indicates all manner of beautiful blessings awakening within the being, attracting into life. Alright, so when, like pits, when we see our male we know that they come from the female, right? And so when we see the female, we know that in her is the male, right? And so we see how this, and the blend, you see the blend as the unos and the zeros, the one and the zeros change hand. You see the balance of things, time. All right, so I'm just giving metaphors where metaphors are due for glandular activity in life, because everybody seems so like, oh my god, how do we talk about that? I just think it's basic. So, but most people, my generation, do, and so it's the generations that came before us that have maintained a strong hold on these generations now upon us. So, anyways, 3 to forget, 7 to remember. What are you gonna do?